Hello Scrappy friends! Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video in our Borders to Pages series. Now typically I use this wonderful book, this Creative Memories 110 Scrapbooking Borders Ideas and Sketchbook to pick out a border, and then I turn around and use it right on a page. And a lot of times make a 2-page layout, and I like to bring in what I like to call a companion piece, so it's something that kind of matches my border. But today, I'm not going to use this book. This book is going to go away. And what I've decided to do instead is I found this wonderful border on the Creative Memories blog, and it's this one right here. And this is a fun one. It was put on the blog back in July of 2022, and it's fairly simple. It has a very basic base and a layer, and then the special feature on this one is that nice circle with the sandcastle border making punch out in the center. I'm looking at that like it's a window because it has that top circle that kind of looks like a frame. It's popped up onto some foam tape, and it's just super cute and playful and fun, and I want to make this one. So come back to my desk and we are going to make this together. So I'm going to be scrapping a birthday dinner kind of celebration at a restaurant. So I wanted to bring in the summer break collection and all these beautiful colors and patterns that go along with it, as well as my thirst quencher border making cartridge. I'll be using this in place of the sandcastle in that circle. And then to create that circle, I'm bringing in 2 of my circles in the custom cutting system, the smallest one and the largest one. Now, if you see the directions, which I have posted in the description of this video, they use the medium size circle, but I feel like it was a little too large. I knew it was going to be large, and because I prefer this size right here. You all know I love to keep my borders a little bit on the slimmer side so I can take more advantage of getting my photos onto my page. Let's go ahead and put these aside and we'll start cutting out our border. My family likes to celebrate birthdays kind of like in the season. So this is celebrating the summer birthdays at one of our favorite restaurants. So I thought this summer break is perfect, and this red gingham really speaks food to me, any kind of summer related food. So I'm going to start with this and use this red gingham as my base. So like I said, I'm going to make it just a tad smaller. So I'm going to cut this at 2.5 inches. So then for the first layer that's going to go on top of our base, I'm going to bring in this very cute shiny sun papers. Let's turn it this way. And I'm going to trim this one at 2 1/4. Gave us some suns right there in the middle. And it's going to lay just like that. And now we are ready to work on the circle element. Okay, so I have my custom cutting system, my green and red blades, and the small circle. I'm going to take the red gingham paper that matches what we did up here in the border, and I'm going to cut on the outside with the green blade. We're going to cut the first layer of this border. Okay, there's our circle. It'll go like that. Then I'll bring in this blue fun paper. It says Good Times, very appropriate for a birthday celebration. And I'm going to turn it while I cut it. And this time I'm going to use a small circle with the red blade on the outside. So I just want this to be a little smaller than the red gingham. And there we go. It's going to go like that. Now to keep cutting with our custom cutting system, then we can put it away, I'm going to bring in some blue cardstock. And I'm going to cut with the red blade on the outside, still using the small circle. And this is going to be like the window portion of the border that we saw, where the sandcastles were coming through. Now to get the frame that we want, the frame look that we want, that's where we're going to bring in the large circle. And we're going to place it right over the edge of the blue circle. And if you line up the inner circle just around the outside of the blue circle, as close to center as you can get. And now I'm going to take the green blade because it will cut a little thinner of a circle. You could use your blue blade and make a thicker circle, but I think I'm going to like the look of the green better, so it'll be a little bit thinner. So I'm just going to hold tight to that. Come all the way around. And there we go. We have our window ring, and it's going to go like that on top of our blue. Okay, and we're going to save this inner circle, and maybe we'll incorporate this on the second page. Okay, we're done with our custom cutting system. Now let's bring in our border punch. Okay, I'm going to bring in some red, my Thirst Quencher border making cartridge, and I'm going to punch out 2 rows. Probably don't need quite 2 rows, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to punch out 2, and then I'll have plenty to make the strips across my window. Okay, we're ready to come back and decorate the inside of what I'm calling the window. So the idea is to take our punch out from our border making cartridge and make some little rows across it, and we'll probably get 3 and maybe a 4th row. And this is just going to show all the different drinks and beverages, which will be perfect for the restaurant that we were at. Okay, there we go. And it turns out we did not need the extra strip. So if you're using the smaller circle, you just know you only need 1 strip. But maybe I can bring that in on the second page. We'll put it over here with that one. Now I just want to bring in a little piece of some scrap blue, and I want to cut some 1/4 inch pieces. And let's see if I can do it with this scrap. I'm going to need like 3 of them. So let's see. There we go. Perfect. And I'm using these as a little shelf for these glasses, so it'll go like that. And there we go. And the little blue shelves, what I like to call it, aren't really necessary. I thought it just added a little bit of a finishing touch. They did this over on the border on the blog, so I just thought I would try it, and I liked it, so I kept it. Okay, and now this will be adhered right to there, and we are going to attach the ring right here on the edge. I'll probably just try and position it as best centered as possible. And then I'm going to use some foam squares underneath to give it a little bit of a lift and some dimension and make it look like we're looking into a window. Okay, got my foam on the back there, and I'm going to just try and center this. And there we go. You can see it gives it a little bit of a lift. Very cute. And now we'll bring in a little bit of decoration to put right there, like they did in the border. So let's look at the sticker sheets and see what we have here. There's a few that might work. Refreshing is cute. Memories, fun times, family. I think I'm gonna go with memories and kind of put that right here. I'm also just trying to cover up that little spot right there. In the one on the blog, they put 4, but I couldn't fit 4 on mine. Then I think I'm gonna pick the word refreshing. Let's see. Just to kind of go with the little drink theme I have right there. And it'll be like this. And I'll probably come back through and try and put a little foam underneath there once I get it on the page, just to kind of hold it up in place so it doesn't get smushed by the page protector. And then there's this one cute little drink here. Well, there's a couple actually, but I think I will go with this one, and I will come off to the side like this. So it's kind of going up the border like that. And there we go. That is the border. Not too difficult, super fun. I loved making this circular window here. And let me clean this up and I'll be back and we'll make a 2-page layout with this border and a companion piece. Okay, so here's the border. And I'm using light blue or baby blue cardstock for my background. I think that really helps to make my border pop and all the colors to just really stand out. So it's a pretty big border, and so I'm gonna put it up at the top as high as I can go so that I can leave all this area down here for my photos. So let me go ahead and bring in my photos. And I have several photos and I've already cropped them down. This is my favorite size to use, and it's 3.5 by 5.5. It's a perfect size when you want to keep your pictures as big as possible, but yet you want to get a lot on. So I could put 2 side by side. So I love that. And then let me just bring this down a little bit, and then 2 more. Okay. And then on this side, I'm just going to bring in the remaining photos and then just kind of start building up my page. So I have 3 photos that I've already cropped down into 3.5 by 3.5 inches. And I'm just going to line them up right here. And then I have a 4 by 6 photo that I would like to keep in its full size if I can. And then I cropped one down to a 4 by 4. So I'm still going to play around with the placement of that. But before I commit, let me work on the companion piece, which will be a smaller piece on the right hand side over here to kind of go along with my border. So for that, I thought I would bring in a couple things. I love this red gingham that I used up here, so I'm going to bring it down. Let's see. Keep that right there, and then maybe put it down in the corner. I have all this room over here, and I can always swap those around if I wanted. But I think I like this. I'm going to try and bring in the circle and get that used as well. I think that's cute. And one thing I wanted to bring in from the embellishment pack was this cute lemonade stand. And I like it because I feel like it kind of goes with our theme here. You can see a lot of mason jars and lemonade and just ice with lemon in it on our table. So I thought, you know, I'm not really sure I'll use this for anything else, so why not bring it in and add it to my companion piece. Up here I kind of used refreshing, and I have that other little drink, so I thought that would be super cute. Let's put our circle. I think I'll tuck the circle in something like this and just kind of have the red gingham on the outside and the circle going like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then we still have this leftover border. I could maybe cut a piece and put it right there. Maybe I could scoot this up and put the border the whole length. I kind of like that. Let's leave that right there for a moment. I want to bring in some more paper and some layers to my layout. So I have this one scrap. I love the limes, and I want to bring in more green. So I'm thinking, oh, too small for that. Let me try and tuck this right behind here. In fact, let's go ahead and move that down. And I think that that really helps to pop my page a little bit more. but I'm just curious if I move it over here and maybe place it underneath my border, and that really added a lot to that page. So I think we'll go ahead and keep it over here. I do have more of that paper I can cut if I want, but let me see here what else I can do. Yeah, I kind of like this. I also have this yellow, the yellow suns that I used in the border, I would like to bring over on this page. And what I like to do is like mat, when I have things in a column like this, I like to bring in a strip of paper. So those were 3.5 inches. I'm gonna bring in a 4-inch piece and slide it right underneath these photos. I love this background of the suns, and so I don't feel like I have to have an exact match. I just want to bring in the color, and yep, that just really helped those photos just stand right out. Okay, let's put everything back. I'm going to be trimming this probably, so let's put that like that. I still want to bring in some green, and what I do have is I have a mat card that has the limes on it. It's a little bit smaller print, but I'm okay with that. It's more about the green. And I think what I'm gonna do is mat this photo here and see if I can get all this to fit. So the only thing I'm missing is maybe a journaling spot. So I have a big area over here which I can use for clustering or my journaling spot. So I went through my stash and I found this journaling card. It's like I probably cut off something on it, and I'm thinking I like that it's green and it has a lot of the other colors that my layout has. Did not come from this collection, it's just was in my stash, and I feel like I can tuck it probably around here somewhere, maybe down. I like when things are like a little bit closer together on my layout, so could tuck it right in like that, and that gives me plenty of area to journal. And then what I want to do is bring in some embellishments in the collection, and I found this tag, and I do like that because it brings in more of the yellow. And I think I want to poke a little hole in this tag so I can bring some twine in. So I'll just grab my hole punch and line it up and probably tuck it right in here. The reason I went with the tag is because it kind of adds the height, and I do have that extra room up there, so that helps with that extra room. And now my layout is looking so much fuller. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down, and it's gonna go right here. Yep, everything is just falling into place. Nice, quick, easy page, not much to it. And then I just want to bring in a couple little embellishments. Now I had these in my kit because I printed them for another layout. These came from a Creative Memories digital art kit, and I printed them for something else, and I just happened to have them. So one says Good Eats, which is perfect for our dinner here at one of our favorite restaurants. So I'll put that right up there. And then I have another one that says Sauce Boss, and I thought that would be perfect right up here. Bring back in my sticker sheet. I do like this little mason jar, so I'd want to incorporate it on this layout. And I'm thinking like right up here somewhere. Put it right here at the corner. And of course I'll pop that up on a little bit of foam. And then this will go right over here, like that. Yep, that way it brings kind of in our lemonade fill up there into the corner. And then I do want to bring in a little bit of twine to my tag up here. So I'll just pull that through and then trim it down. And then the very last thing I'll do for some finishing touches is bring in some of these hearts and place them all around my tag up here. I'm gonna do 3 because I like those odd numbers, and it's gonna look like that. So super cute. I'm gonna get all this adhered down. I will show you a close-up of it at the end, but that's my layout. I took a border from the blog and I recreated it using a new summer break collection, and I just love it. It was super easy. The special feature on this was the pop-up little window that I was calling it. And like I always say, when I create a border, I make my page very simple so that it's just more about getting my photos on. Most of my decoration was with the border, especially on this page. So over here, I brought in a little companion piece that kind of matches the theme and the color of the border. And other than that, this page came together very, very easily. I hope that you give this border a try and check out the blog. There's so many wonderful ideas out there. But that's all I have for today. Until next time, everybody, take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.